Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin, and today we are reviewing the Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamer collection. This is a first impressions look. We're doing eyeshadow, we're doing lipstick, we're doing highlighter, so all of the things on my face are in the collection. We're doing a try on talking about the collection. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you've not already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe, and I would love to have you back again on the channel to discuss all things makeup. Let's get into the collection. So here is the collection right here. It's a huge box. It comes with an eyeshadow palette, a highlighter palette, and 4 lipsticks. Unfortunately, right now the collection's not available. I don't know if it will be restocked, but the palette is available. So I will leave linked the website, like if you want to buy it, look and see what the price is, all of that below. But let's go ahead and get into the try-on portion of the video. Alright, now we are going in with the eyeshadow palette first, and here is what it looks like on the outer packaging. Always have loved Unearthly's artwork. So creative, so different, I feel like, than what is out there for a lot of brands. That's the unicarton. Here's the actual palette, looks the same. Love that we've got this reflective wording here. This is all flat, nothing's raised on the palette, which the letters are a little raised, but I do enjoy sometimes a raised moment. And oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. These shimmers look spectacular. Here is the color story. I know that you will not be able to see just how sparkly these are probably under this lighting. Probably more under natural lighting, it would show a bit better, but this definitely looks more sparkly than other things I've tried from the brand before. That was partially why I was drawn to trying this collection, because I'll leave linked my ranking of all the palettes I bought the past year if you haven't seen it, but I purchased quite a bit from Unearthly. However, it's rare that I'll buy something at launch, because even though it is, you know, worth it because it's quality, it's not cheap. It's not an inexpensive brand at this point, because a lot of times of the special pigments and multi-chromes and things in the shadows and some stuff is cheap. Their lip liners, for example, I love these. They're, I think, normally $6 full price. Amazing, love them. So not everything's expensive, but back to my point, most of the stuff I've purchased in the past year has been when they've done sales of like 40%, 50%. So for me to buy something at full price, I really wanted to try it, and it seemed like it was going quickly. Like right now, this collection unfortunately is not available, but the palette is. So if you are purchasing from this brand, I'd recommend you use somebody's codes. I don't have one, but I think I used code Heather. There's lots of codes to get you 10% off, at least if you're gonna pay for this price point. Now, I think I want to do something kind of smoky today, something I wouldn't normally do. So I'm gonna start, I think, with Clouded, this gray look. I'm going with an Ace Beauté P1 brush. I just went in and primed my eyelids here, and I'm just gonna put this gray in the crease, and I hope I remember how to do makeup, because it's been like 5 days that I've worn no makeup, which is a long time for me. I genuinely wear makeup almost every day, but you can probably tell in my voice I'm a little stuffy still. I've been sick, like fever, bed/couch ridden sick for days, and today's the first day that I felt well enough to like be upright and do things. So don't mind how red I am in all of this. It's just it's so chapped at this point. It's not even funny. Let's add a little bit more darkness on the outer corner, and let's go with Slumber. This like deep kind of purpley. That might be the deepest shade, I think, in the palette here to give us some depth. This is a Morphe M456 if you're curious. I'm just gonna place that on the outer portion here and then blend it into the gray that I put down initially. So while I'm doing this, let's talk about the collection, because initially, honestly, I was just like gonna do the palette and not worry about the whole collection, because like I said, it was expensive for the whole collection. But as I was looking at swatches, I was like, ooh, I do like their highlighters. I have the low light palette that I love, and I have never seen Unearthly do shades like this that they have in the palette in this collection. We'll be looking at that next. And more specifically, the bullet lipsticks you could not buy separately. Now, I love Unearthly's lip products. I was just talking about the lip pencils, but I love their glosses, their liquid satin lips, and I've never tried bullets. I don't know if they've done bullets before. So part of me was like, oh, we've got to see how this is. And the shades, they look like kind of unique undertones. We'll see when we try one today if that really feels like the case, but yeah, I really wanted to try this collection badly. So we're gonna go in with Drift first and then go into this Shimmer Dream State and see how this looks on the lid. Now, you definitely don't have to go like smoky the way I'm going today with this collection. You could definitely keep it more like rosy / neutral. You could go more like purpley pink. You've got some options with this one, but I don't often do just like a really smoky, silvery look. So we're going for that today. I'm just using my flat Cleona brush. This is Drift, which is the like deeper gray shade. That's pretty. So far, the mattes performed really well. I think similar formula feeling wise to Unearthly's other stuff. Shimmer picked up really nicely on a brush. I personally tend to prefer brushes to my fingers. I don't like to get product and stuff all over my hands and make a mess personally. It's got a lot of silver reflect in it. It really does. I don't know if it's more than their other palettes, I would say. Maybe. I don't know. Ooh, one little speck of fallout there. Easily wipe away, but no fallout otherwise with tapping my brush off. And then Dream State, which I'm excited about because it looks like a holochrome, you guys. And I only have holochromes in one other palette in my collection. It's the Salem and the Witch. I'll leave that video linked if you're interested. Oh, and I'll leave my Odin's Eye linked as well because allegedly one in the Snow palette, the Snowman palette, I think is supposed to be a holochrome, but I wasn't really blown away by that. That wasn't anything special to me the first time I tried it. So here is, same brush, just doing the other side. Dream State. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty. The shimmer, when it's picking up, it's not too like putty feeling in the pan like some shimmers from this brand have been in the past. It is more of like just a pressed powder formula, but it's, like I said, still picking up nicely on the brush. This might be one of those two that like under studio lighting, it may just be like, okay, but it may give off more when it's like right under phone lighting. I'll get my phone out here when I'm done and check it out. I'm gonna do a bit of Night Owl, the dark brown out of P4, and just put a little bit of that out here just to really deepen up and smoke even more. And test more shades. And meet it up with the Slumber we put on the upper lash line. And I'm only doing that about halfway on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to kind of blend it out with Soothe. I just use this deep brown. I'm going to use Soothe, this kind of light pink. I personally don't think dark looks all the way to the inner corner. Looks great on me personally. So I'm going to do something lighter on the inner portion here. Put a little pinky moment to pop here on the lower lash. This looks like it would be a really nice blush shade too. If you're new to my channel, I do really like it if I can use an eyeshadow as a blush. I already put blush on today. I wasn't thinking about it, but I'll have to try that another time. And then really for an inner corner, I don't know, maybe Float would work, but then that's kind of like goldy against the silver. Dream State I think would be too dark for me. I mean, maybe you could do like a pop of purple. Maybe we'll try that. I don't know. I don't want to do too much, but like I want to try stuff too, you know? So here's Tranquil on a Morphe M560. Ooh, yeah, that's a fun inner corner pop. I think that kind of ties nicely to this like pinky matte that I put on the lower portion too. I'm actually gonna use this brush to like trace up a little bit above the silver. Something like that. That's pretty. I'm just taking it like halfway into the look up there. What do we think? It's not like crazy black smoky, but it's pretty. This Fantasy shade looks kind of holographic as well as I'm looking at it. All right, let's get the phone flash out and see if that's gonna pick up anything magical here before I add liner and lashes and everything. Oh yes, oh yes. Do we see? Oh, I hope you can see what I'm seeing because holy smokes, it is very sparkly. Very sparkly. Even like direct outside sun would look so good on this. Wow. That's gotta be the sparkliest shadows from Unearthly for sure. Wow, okay, I need to gather my thoughts for a minute. Let me do my liner and my lashes, and then we're gonna go on to the highlighter palette. Here's up close just once too with the liner and the mascara, the look here. It is so pretty and sparkly, you guys. Again, I cannot reiterate, like, the sparkliness on this is, it's something else. It's really good. If you were on the fence about this palette, I would say it's worth it. All right, next up is the highlight palette. Same outer cardboard packaging. By the way, I guess I should show you guys. The whole thing comes in this huge, very sturdy thing. Lid lifts up, says Unearthly Cosmetics, and then here is the eyeshadow palette, the highlighter palette, and the 4 lipsticks. So the packaging looks the same as the unicarton, and then we have 3 highlighters: Wish, Solace, and Days. Here they are. I think these will all work great for somebody of my skin tone. I'm clearly very fair. I don't know about on deeper complexions, but historically Unearthly's been known to do pretty inclusive shades. I don't know about Wish, like how much, that's like kind of goldy looking. Solace looks a little more champagne. I want to use Days today. So I am going to take a Morphe JH09 brush, dip it into Days, and let's see what kind of color we get here. Because like the low light is like very colored highlighters, right? Like green, blue. This looks really nice, like transparent base, definitely no cast. But right off the bat, I'm gonna say this is a much more subtle highlight. It's not blinding like the low light. I was kind of expecting it to be blinding, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's pretty, and it looks like you can build it up some if you want it to be a little more blinding, or maybe if you like spray your face with setting spray first, it'd be a little more blinding. But yeah, that's not like crazy the way I thought it would be. So that one's a little more pinky. There's the 3 shades. This is the one, Days, that I used. Solace, like I said, is more champagne. And then Wish is gold. So there's the three. Yeah, days 2, it might be like a goldy pinky kind of duochrome. The others are just regular highlighters. I'm not gonna lie, upon first impression, I don't think this is anything super special. Just my personal opinion, but like I said, I really wanted the palette and the lipsticks, and you could not buy them separately, so I kind of had to get the highlighter palette. It's not bad, please don't get me wrong. It's very finely milled, and it's not really emphasizing too much texture, which is huge for somebody with combo skin like me, but it's just my thoughts. So let's pick a lipstick. Alright, so I've got a lip liner on. This is from Unearthly as well. It's their lip liner pencil in shade Char. So each of the 4 lipsticks comes in a component like this. When you take it out, it has this rectangular square kind of component with the logo on the top, Unearthly on the side. I love that it says the shade on the bottom. I hate it when it's only on the box and not on the component. It has a magnetic closure like this, and we've got 4 shades here. First up is Dreamer. This looks to be kind of a neutral brown shade. Next up is Cloudland. This one is more of a pinky mauve kind of shade. There they are in comparison, the brown to the mauve. Next up is shade Vision. This one I think is even pinkier, a little lighter maybe than the Cloudland, you know, like pinky versus a mauve. Mauve. I never know which one to say. I hear people say both. And then I think this is the one we're gonna go with today, and this is it's just 3 Z's, and it is the kind of purpley one. So here they all are in comparison to each other. And yeah, let's try out the formula. I honestly didn't even read the description of, like, are these supposed to be super matte or hydrating or what? I really didn't read it, so we're just gonna test them and see what we think. But again, I'm going in with the 3 Z's, and oh, very pigmented first off. Let me get closer to my mirror here because I want to be precise with this bold of a color. Very pigmented, very creamy. Ooh, okay. This I like. This I like a lot. I was also worried because with me being sick recently, my lips, they're dry. They're really dry, and I was worried this was gonna hurt and irritate them, but it does not feel like crusty, dry, matte at all. They feel actually pretty hydrating. You cannot see any sort of creases or wrinkles in the lips. It's really filled in well. Oh my, this is lovely. Now, of course, yeah, definitely not transfer proof. There will be transfer, so I don't know how long this will last if you are like eating, drinking, but looks really, really nice, feels really comfortable. Nothing on the teeth or anything like that. So yeah, I'm really happy with this collection. Like I said, the highlighter is the only thing that was a little meh for me. Still good, don't get me wrong, but like, it's fine. It's not like brand new or crazy or anything special for the brand. The shimmers, on the other hand, and this lipstick formula, absolutely. So I'm not gonna review that many full collections this year, you guys. I am on a low buy again, and I'm really glad I picked this one up. I really am. Let me know if you picked this up or if you're gonna get the palette. What do you think of this look? And thanks so much if you made it all the way to the end. I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.